Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be making a dish for you that's near and dear to my heart, like many others. And you know my heritage. I'm half Sindhi, half Maharashtrian, but I grew up in Chennai. So all of the three cuisines are important to me and I love all of them. Today I'm going to be making a Maharashtrian specialty for you. And it's even more special because this is a dish that my father loved and my mother used to cook for him. So I learned this recipe from my mom. So for this dish, the humble cucumber. That's the main ingredient. So let's get started. With this little cucumber, normally a cucumber is used in a salad, right? But why not make a vegetable out of it? So there's a Maharashtrian style vegetable, Cucumber Sabzi, which I'm going to make with this. And the first step for that, there are two ingredients that Maharashtrians love in their cuisine. One of them is peanuts, right? So I have peanuts over here. I'm going to roast those peanuts and just roast them on a medium flame for about 5 to 6 minutes till you get some browning on the skin. Once that's done, we're going to take it and we'll put it in a little small mixie or blender and coarse blend it. Don't blend it fine, just coarse. You'll see when we're done with this process what it looks like. So that's the first step. After we're done with that, we'll move to the second step. Okay, our peanuts are ground and roasted and that's a wonderful aroma. I like to fresh grind them. You can grind them and keep them, but they get stale very fast, right? So that's the best thing to do is always fresh grind peanuts. And you can see over here it's coarse. It's not finely chopped. That's what we want. That's the texture we want. Okay. And now for the next step, I have oil in my little pan over here that's getting heated up. To that, I'm going to add some mustard. Just about 1 teaspoon or so of mustard should do it, and we'll let that pop along with just one red chili. We have some of chili in here later in this dish, so we don't need too much of it. So just pop, take the seeds out and throw the rest of it there. You don't want that, so we'll remove that and toss my red chili in there. And now that that mustard's popping, we're going to add some ginger to this. And also some curry leaves. I have here curry leaves that are from our garden. So these are a bit smaller than you get in the store, but the flavor is just immense and powerful. So I prefer homemade always, or homegrown in this case. And now we have some cucumber over here that I've chopped up in tiny squares about that size. Toss that in there. And we're going to let this cook now. Give that a bit of a toss. If you're not comfortable tossing, you can use a spatula or a spoon, that's fine. So, our last one, put them back in there. You don't want that little guy escaping. So, that's going to go for a while. While that is cooking, we want to fry it gently till the cucumber starts cooking. And don't overcook this because it should be a little crunchy in the dish, right? Then it gives a nice texture. So, in the meantime, I have my same little mixie. I've not washed it, you don't need to. I'm going to make a little mixture in here of some coriander, some chili, and I have 2 chilies here. If you like it spicier, by all means, please add more. So add that in there, and I'm going to squeeze about half a lime juice in there. The seeds are out. Now this has to be ground to sort of a chutney texture, okay? So we don't want it again finely pasted, just nicely coarsely ground to make sure all of it gets together. The green chilies are a paste and not whole. That's all we want from this. And if you need to add water to this, you can add water and grind it some more. Put that away. Get back to this. Give that one more toss. That should only cook for about 4 to 5 minutes. And then we're going to grind this and add this in here next. Now my cucumber, as you can see, get a closer look. It's crunchy, they're browning, but it's still crisp. You want to make sure it's not fully cooked through. So only about 3 or 4 minutes. And to this, the only spices, very simple spices. We're going to add some haldi or turmeric. And about half a teaspoon should do it. And 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. And then we're going to add salt to taste, because we haven't added salt in anything yet. Just use how much ever salt you need. I'm going to put just about 1 teaspoon in there. That should do it for me. And last but not the least, my favorite spice of all time is heeng. And this is a nice Lucknowi heeng that I got. So it's powerful and strong in flavor. I'm not going to add much, just about a couple of pinches of that. Give that a toss. And it's so unique, this sabji. I'm sure you haven't tasted anything like this before, but I'm also equally sure that when you try this, there's no going back. This is a wonderful, wonderful dish that I've come to love over the years. And, with some varan bhat. So varan is the Maharashtrian version of dal. And, it's very similar to sambar. It's very yummy, very simple, easy to make. I'll make a video on that next. And goes very well with that, or just by itself. This hot ghee rice and this cucumber sabji, I'm good to go. Now we have our little coriander makeshift chutney that we made, and there's a nice consistency. I'm going to toss that in there and let this cook for maybe 2 to 3 minutes. We have some left over, and Mommy said not to waste, right? So we're going to make sure we don't waste it. I got my trusted Jack Daniel's water bottle. A little bit of in there, give it a swirl, and toss the rest of my chutney. That's perfect. Now all we want to do is cook this. The first time I'm actually using a spoon in this video. So I'm going to toss this until that water cooks off a little bit, and then we'll get to the last step. Okay, after cooking for about 2 minutes, no more, on high heat, you can see my water has evaporated. I just have my oil separating from my sabji, and that's perfect. The color is great, the aroma is even better. All we do is add some coarsely chopped peanuts to this. Now, I made a little extra because I'm going to make something else with this tomorrow. So I want to preserve this for that. But for now, you can see I have little chunks of peanuts in there. You definitely want that. You don't want a peanut powder, like I said earlier. Add a little bit of that and turn my heat off. And that's it, folks. Simple, easy to make, done in 5 minutes or less, as you can see if you have your prep done. Extremely flavorful dish, soulful Maharashtrian cuisine. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you next time.